Ever bought a used car that turned into a money pit? You're not alone. What if I told you that the most reliable used car isn't a luxury German brand, but actually a humble Suzuki? Shocking, right?
You must be joking.
Today, we're diving into the surprising world of the most dependable used cars, backed by real data that might just save you thousands. You know that feeling when your car breaks down at the worst possible moment? Like when you're already running late for that important job interview? Well, stick around because we're about to reveal 5 cars that could make those breakdown nightmares a thing of the past. But first, let me ask you something. Would you trust a $10,000 Suzuki more than a $50,000 BMW?
Of course not.
Let's kick things off with our first reliability champion, the Suzuki Alto, scoring an impressive 95.1 out of 100. Now, I know what you're thinking, a Suzuki, really? But here's the kicker, this little warrior has fewer reported problems than many luxury cars costing 5 times as much. And when something does go wrong, which is rare, it's usually just minor stuff that won't break the bank. Speaking of banks, ever wondered why your mechanic's kids seem to always have the latest PlayStation? Moving on to number 2, the Toyota Yaris with a solid 91.5 out of 100. Remember when your friend told you Japanese cars are bulletproof? Well, they weren't kidding.
Oh, come on.
Sure, it might have some electrical gremlins now and then, but with an average repair cost of just $587, it's like getting a paper cut instead of a broken arm. But here's a thought, why do cars always seem to break down right after the warranty expires? Coming in at number 3 is the surprisingly impressive Suzuki Swift, scoring 89.6 out of 100. The only common issue? Air conditioning problems. But hey, who needs AC when you can roll down the windows and pretend you're in a convertible, right?
Good idea.
Seriously though, isn't it interesting how the most reliable cars aren't the ones with the fanciest TV commercials? Number 4 on our list is the Seat Me, achieving 89 out of 100. Never heard of it? Don't worry, neither had most people until it started showing up in reliability surveys. The only regular complaint is about the cooling system. But think about this, would you rather have a car that's Instagram famous or one that actually starts every morning?
The second one.
Last but definitely not least, we have the Honda CR-V at 85.3 out of 100. Yes, it has some electrical issues, but compared to some other SUVs that eat money faster than a teenager at a buffet, it's practically a saint. Have you ever noticed how the most reliable cars tend to be the ones your grandparents would approve of?
No.
Here's the million-dollar question. Why do we often ignore these reliable gems in favor of flashier, less dependable options? Is it because we're too caught up in brand prestige? Or maybe because these cars aren't exciting enough for our social media feeds? Remember folks, when it comes to used cars, boring is beautiful. These 5 vehicles might not turn heads at the valet parking, but they'll turn your wallet into a much happier place. After all, isn't the best car the one that keeps more money in your pocket and less in your mechanics? What's your experience with any of these reliable rides? Have they lived up to their reputation in your driveway? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation about real-world reliability.